We open our eyes, hand already reaching out. Reaching out to nothing. Stupid. We press our palms against our eyes and laugh. We really believed it, stupid. We really thought this was it. We really thought helping them would save us. If we helped them, if we were loved, it had to save us, didn't it? Friendship would save us, wouldn't it? It was different, but not enough to save us. And now, Mirabelle's back to feeling awful and out of place. Isabel won't remember the night we spent under the stars. Odile's still hiding everything about herself. Bonbon is back to Bonnie. Is back to hating us. And we're back here. That's what we get for helping. That's what we deserve. Ha! Oh, Mirabelle's will be here soon, won't she? Just breathe, Seafreen. The power of friendship didn't work. It's fine. All we can do is try something else now. It's fine that it didn't work. It's fine that they don't remember. It's all fine. Everything just happened. That's been reset. It's totally fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Back to the stage. We got a memory of family. We'll always remember this. When equipped, Memory of Family doubles everyone's experience gained in battle except for yours. Hey everyone, and welcome back to In Stars in Time. It didn't work. Power of friendship indeed. Seafreen, you're up! Here again. Hey Mira, have you thought about doing a sleepover tonight? Oh, I was actually just thinking about it. What do you think? Absolutely. I'll let everyone know. You're right. We don't have a moment to lose. But wait, do you know where everyone... Talk to you later, Mira. Okay. We tell Mirabelle about the carrot method so she can learn that one skill. Wait, how did you know about... And wink. Okay. Mirabelle learned the craft skill, Adorable Moving Shield again. We watch her go. We still have a few leads. There's the newspapers about the king that are apparently somewhere, probably in the house. We can find that, ask the king about more stuff. And we can talk to Loop. Loop might have ideas at this point. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, let's grab a blessing real quick. We approach the Change God statue. New Loop, new blessing. We touch the statue we like the most. And close our eyes. Crouching down, we whisper to the statue and ask for speed to get us through this as quickly as we can. Our hands still on the statue, we whisper speed, speed, speed. We want us and our family members to be fast enough to attack first. It's what we want. We actually feel a little faster. We do some side steps and can tell they come easier than usual. We and our family members' attack speed got boosted. We close our single eye. Okay, we nod at the statue and turn back. Alright, Loop. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any at all? Any, please, anything? Hey, Isabel, I need to do the favor tree thing. Isabel's here, probably pondering what favor to ask the tree. Hi, Isa, I need to do the favor tree thing. Oh, sorry, I'm in your way then, aren't I? I'll get out of your hair. See you at the clock tower. Sorry, Isa, I just don't want to talk to anyone right now. I'm sorry. Welcome back, Stardust. Power of love didn't cut it, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping this could be it somehow, too. But at least you found out more about your party, didn't you? You had fun, didn't you? What is it all good for if they'll forget it in the next loop? Yeah, but... For once, Loop seems to be at a loss for words. In the meantime, though, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? Let's talk. Sure! What do you want to talk about? Since I remember, isn't there a chance? A chance of what? A chance they'd all remember. Who, your party? Oh, is that what you're worried about? Don't worry. You are, and will always will be, the only one who remembers previous loops. Which is good news. They won't have to suffer like you do. The pain is yours, and yours alone. Hey, wait. What about you, then? Oh, I don't count, Stardust. I'll always remember your mistakes. It's my job. Helpful. What should I do next? You're doing so many different things. What do you need help with? I need to learn more about the loops. I need to know how to get out of them. What should I do now? So you found out more about Timecraft, and the head housemaid just repeated everything when you saw her. What else could you do to find out more about the loops? Maybe we could talk to someone whose name is Loop, huh? Well, I'm here. Any other questions? No, not that one. I've already helped them all. What? Need help with your family members again? You know what to do. Just help them all at the same loop and go through the house with them. But we know it won't change anything. It really won't. So, do I really need to help them again? Do you want to help them again? Of course. Well, you can help them again if you want, but you don't really need to. They'll do just fine without you, you know. Who do you think you are? Their savior? Silly. If you do help them, you can just zone out and fast forward to it if you get bored. And you'll still get a nice skill for them out of it. I pity them, though. I wonder if they'd think you're doing this out of obligation. Or worse, just because it makes your life easier. I didn't mean to ask that. What I want... No, God! There we go. Never mind. How do I get you to talk to me? See you later, Stardust. They gently wave us goodbye. We give them a nod and walk away. We know that the next thing we need to do is talk to Loop. I suspect the reason it didn't work is because we just finished our family loop. So, let's take a step back. We're a living comedy sketch indeed. What a delicious death. Okay. We're going right to Loop. If I'm right, it should work this time. Seafreen, you're up! Here again. Yes, I am. Let's just have a sleepover, Mira, and also, don't forget how to shield with carrots. We'll get the blessing after we've had our conversation with Loop, I think. Hi, Isa, I need to talk to the tree. Oh, sorry, I'm in your way then, aren't I? Oh, get out of your hair. See you at the clock tower. Thank you, Isa. Hi, Stardust. So? Got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in? Why would I? Your name is literally Loop. Oh, stars above, it is! Tee-hee. Ugh. But just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. But I'll see what I can do. What's your question? Do you know anything that could help? Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know about as much as you do right now. How can that be? What do you mean? Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Don't you tee-hee me! Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice that you have me to talk to about those loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company with no one to talk to. Okay. Well, why don't we summarize what we know about those loops? We might find something out. We sigh and nod. Nothing better to do, I suppose. So, you're currently stuck in a time loop for some unknown reason. The loop starts when you wake up in Dormont, and seems to end when you talk to the head housemaiden. Unless I die first or touch a tear. Yes, maybe the loop considers getting frozen in time by those tears as sort of death. But why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle? Huh? Isn't it because I thought tears work differently from an actual time freeze skill? Is that so? Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you'd know. So, you loop if something keeps you from advancing in some way. I wonder if other things would count as keeping you from advancing. Like what? Like, what if we cut off your legs? Would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right? I'd rather not test that one. Aww, but understandable. But it is interesting though. What makes a loop actually a loop? We feel like we can remember a few times when time looped back on its own, even if it was just a few minutes. Maybe does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden? Something that keeps you from advancing somehow. Oh, maybe, but what would advancing even mean then? Towards what goal? Is there something that happens when we talk to the head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish? As you found out, all of this might be the work of Timecraft, a power that should be impossible to use. But you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it. But am I manipulating Timecraft if I can't control it? But you can, can't you? You can more or less control where you come back. Except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems, which brings you back to the start. But just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use Timecraft. But if Timecraft is supposed to be too dangerous to even use, how did I get that power? And how can you break the loop for good? Yes, those are the big questions, aren't they? I do wonder about the limitations of your power still. What makes you actually loop? Somehow I feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now, but when you have some time, will you hang out with me for a bit? Huh? Hang out? I have a theory I'd like to test. And we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone, anyone. I want to hang out. Again, it doesn't have to be right now. Our little hangout time might last a while. Maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you have plans for this loop, so I can wait until you have time. Okay? A theory Loop would like to test about the loops? It might be useful. We should talk to Loop and hang out with them when we have time then. Yay! I'll be waiting, Stardust. In the meantime, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? Well, first off, let's talk about something. Sure, what do you want to talk about? We don't know what to talk about. Me neither. Is there really nothing we can chat about right now? What a weird feeling. Come back when you've done something new. Maybe we'll have something fun to talk about then. Okay then. I think that means we are caught up. We are caught up on the conversations. Okay then, awesome. There's still a few left, but I guess we need to make a little bit more progress before we can have them. We'll check back with each loop though, just to double check when they become available. We can hang out now. Oh, our theory hangout, yes. But we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. So how about you come back here early tomorrow after you're done acting things out at the clock tower? Wait, you want me to sneak out? And spend a loop with me, yes? But we always go to the house after the clock tower. If we're not here, what will everyone do? What will everyone think? Doesn't matter what they think. They'll forget it all in your next loop after all. It matters. So you won't do it? You won't come and hang out with little old me? How come, yeah. Neat! I'll see you soon then. We nod. We spend the rest of the night with everyone. Early in the morning, while everyone is still asleep, we quietly slip away and head to the favor tree. But we can't see Loop anywhere. Up there, Stardust, up there. Up there? Did Loop go back to their home or something? We look up. Loop is waving at us from the top of the tree. I'm here. Come and join me, Stardust. How? Oh, come on. Just climb the tree. I know you can do it. We sigh and climb the tree. Isn't it pretty, Stardust? We're so high up. We are. We can see the house from here. Everyone will be inside the house soon. We try not to think about it. Thank you for coming today to today's Loop Hangout. If you hang out with me, it'll take some time and... well, you know how this goes. I sure do. I haven't actually prepared anything to talk about. So, tell me about yourself, Stardust. Really? I'd rather not. Huh? Why not? Don't you already know me? It just feels like it. You know too much about me. You knew my name? You know how I think? You knew me before we even met, didn't you? Kind of. Kind of. Do I know you? Oh! No, you don't know me. Don't worry, your memory isn't failing you this time. When we met under the favor tree, that was the very first time we've ever seen each other. That's so. So then? Is that why you're helping me? Because you know me. Oh! Not really. When I decided to help you, you were not a factor in the slightest. You are now, I suppose. But does that mean you actually believe me? When I say I'm here to help, you don't think I'm lying and I'm actually the one trapping you here or whatever. You really believe that I'm here to help you. I wasn't a factor in the slightest when you decided to help me? You're irritatingly vague. But I do think I trust you. You haven't done too much to really make me distrust you yet. Besides being annoyingly vague, but that just seems to be your personality. Oh! You always surprise me, Stardust! I know I wouldn't believe myself if I was in your place. Maybe time has made me more jaded than you are. But it's fine. Whether you believe me or not, I'm here to help you. So you can escape this loop. So you believe it's possible for me to escape? Of course. Why would I be here otherwise? I'm trapped here with you after all. I want to escape just as much as you do. I know how it feels, you know, to be stuck somewhere, with no hope of escape, forced to relive the exact same events over and over, taking any deviation as a sign that things are finally going to change, that everything will be okay, and finding yourself trapped still. Look at me, talking and talking. Don't pay attention to me, I'm doing fine. Loop laughs sadly and looks at the house in the distance. Tell me about yourself, Loop. I'd rather not, teehee. Loop winks and blows us a kiss. Despite ourselves, we laugh. We hear Loop laugh softly as well. Ha! Say, Stardust, that reminds me. Did you really ask for the Change God's blessing more than 10 times? You know it's not your belief, right? Teehee. Hey. We and Loop talk animatedly about the different things we've done during our loops. It's nice to be able to talk about them with someone. We talk and talk until the sun has risen high above us in the sky. Aw, it'll happen soon now. What will? The theory crafting part of our hangout session, of course! We open our mouth to ask, and then... We heard a horrible sound. Our head. We saw... something. I'm glad you decided to spend some time with me, Stardust. Sorry it's going to end with this. What? I thought maybe it wouldn't happen, but... See that light in the distance? It's from the king's floor. I see it every time you get far enough to fight him. His first attack. The king's first attack? How long have we been talking to Loop? Who is the king attacking? Who is he? The king doesn't attack or do anything until we get to him. He would only attack if someone... I can feel it every time. Whatever he does, it makes you see something, doesn't it? Something awful. Something so terrible that it's enough to bring anyone close enough to their knees. Stars, I wonder who he attacked. We can't even hear Loop speak. Our friends. They were against the king just now. We know how to survive his first attack. We found out, but... We hear someone cry out. We look at Loop. Loop is just looking at us, not saying anything. There's no pity in their gaze. No sadness, just some slight impatience like, did you figure it out yet? Did you figure out what made the king attack just now? There's only one answer, Stardust. Just figure it out already so we can move on. Who was the king fighting? Who did the king just kill? Did you figure it out yet? Did you? We start screaming. It's because we weren't there. They died because we weren't there. They're gone because we weren't there. We clutch our head, our hair, our stomach because we weren't there. Because of us, they're gone. They're gone. Because of us, 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 because of us. We stumble and fall to our knees. We breathe. It's not working. We can't take the full breath. We can't. We hit the ground with our fist. Why? Loop does not answer. Did you know this would happen? Which part? You looping back or your party dying? I had a suspicion about the former. I was certain about the latter. You! Loop is looking straight at us. They don't even seem to care that we drew out our dagger. Somehow, this calms us down. If I tell you to breathe, will you? We... What was that for? For funsies, of course! We take a step forward, and because I was curious to know how the loops work. Aren't you? How the loops work? How could what just happened teach us anything about the loops? Think, Stardust. Why did you loop back just now? Huh? Because the king won, isn't it? Why would the king winning make you loop? You don't immediately loop back the second you and your party lose, do you? Don't we? I kind of do, though. No, Stardust. You loop when you die. No, it takes a little bit. You loop when you die, Stardust. The fact that the king wins is irrelevant. But you didn't die just now, did you? So why did you loop? But it's the same with the head housemaiden. You don't die when you talk to her, so what makes you loop? You loop when the head housemaiden talks to you, and you looped just now. Why? Don't you think this would be important to figure out? Loop's right. There have been other times we loop back without dying too. But what could be the reason? I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to spend time with you. We never got the opportunity to really talk after all. But yes, I figured this would happen. I won't say sorry, so you can stop waiting for it. We don't answer. Well, it looks like that's all you can find out about the loops for now. But you can still find out more about the king, can't you? I'll be ready to help you out next loop. But for now, I think we both need some time. Come back next loop, Stardust. We just walk away. That was cruel, Loop. That was extremely cruel. But it gives us something to think about. There have been many times when we've looped back without dying. We loop back when we touch a tear, but not when we're frozen in battle. We looped back when we made Bonnie freak out on us because we were talking about death rituals. We loop back when we talked to the head housemaiden. The best possible scenario. We're not dead there. We sure as hell are dead there. We don't die the moment the king wins. It takes a little bit. We don't loop until we die. Bonnie has time to get away. We looped back when we talked about running away from home. I was a little bit coy about it back then. I mentioned that, I was really distracted, thrown off because I felt like there was burnt sugar in the back of my throat. And we know what that burnt sugar smell means. Timecraft, apparently. I'm an asshole. Never let it be said I'm not an asshole. We've got stuff to think about. Why are we looping? What's the real reason? What is the real reason we are in this loop? We approach the Change God statue. New loop, new blessing. We touch the statue we like most and close our eyes. Crouching down, we whisper to the statue and ask for speed to get us out of these loops as fast as we can. Our hands still on the statue, we whisper speed, speed, speed. We want us and our family members to be fast enough to attack first. It's what we want. We actually feel a little faster. We do some side steps until they come easier than usual. We and our family members' attack speed got boosted. Alright, before I see you off next time, let me double check something. Alright. I believe next time we're going to start a second family loop. There is a reason I'm doing a second one. It is not required to beat the game to do a second family loop, but there is a reason. Don't worry about it. We're going to be going through the whole house again, of course. Hopefully it'll be a lot faster since we've already seen the altered conversations. But we will be going through it all again. So, I will see everyone next time. As we get started on that, we close our single eye.